Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network, featuring St. Laz, who also hosts the popular web series Gem Pop and music journalist Mark Walter Ward. They have discussions about hip-hop, culture, society, philosophy, and everything else. Now available on YouTube and wherever else you get your podcasts. What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show. We got my man J-Haze with us tonight, leader of the Showoff Gang. One-time Cash Money affiliate. I mean, just too many ties to even get into. So how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up with you, bro? How are you?
Man, I'm chilling. You know, I met you not too long ago, and you was nice enough to give me this shirt, which for anyone listening to the audio pod, is a KKK member being hung from a red and blue bandana, and I wore it on an episode of our sports show SDE, and so many people asked me about it. So, and you said it was an unreleased album. So what's the deal with the album? Will it get released? Who did the cover? Whose idea was it?
Okay. See,
Oh, that's a lot, right?
Yeah, see, like the funny thing, man, is when I'm doing my albums and shit, I always think of my artwork. I always do my artwork last because I'm always thinking of like things that catch your eye. You know what I mean? Like things like, yo, what the fuck? So I've always been like that. And I always throw ideas back and forth with Miami Chaos because Miami Chaos does a lot of my artwork. You know what I mean? And he paints a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I know I was on the internet one day and I seen a picture of like a Ku Klux Klan member hanging, hanging a nigga, man. He hanging somebody, right? Hanging the whole family. I'm just like, ugh, fucking disgusting. And I was thought and the idea popped in my head. I was like, yeah, you only ever see those pictures of a KKK member being hung. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like you never see that kind of imagery. So I was like, I wonder if anybody ever did that in hip hop. So I'm talking about, I was like, yo, I threw the idea. I was like, yo, ever anybody ever do this? He was like, nah. I was like, yo, do it. And then while I was telling him to do it, I started thinking deeper into the actual meaning of the photo, like when you see the red and blue bandana hanging them. And it's more symbolistic, like, last time I even did that album, that's Hero and Habits 3. Hopefully y'all can get that this year. It was more like a bond, like let's stop fighting each other and let's look at the real problems. You know what I mean? Let's look at more what the problems are. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I grew up and all that bullshit, so I know what the problems stem from. The problems in the street stem from old ass situations, like niggas getting killed, and that's a lot of those beats be real deep. But I'm just saying, let's look at the real problems. You know what I mean? Let's unite more. You know what I mean? And that's what that was about.
I mean, you're right though, bro. Like, I grew up with motherfuckers. I mean, people kind of cool now, so I ain't gonna say none of the neighborhoods, but it be beef that motherfuckers been beefing for so long, they don't even remember what they beefing for.
Exactly. Like the beats be so
for
old,
decades
bro.
too, though. You know what I'm saying? For those who ain't in the know, we talking like that shit might last 20, 30 years.
Yeah. On God, like beats that I've been around. You know what I mean? I've been in like over 20 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like crazy.
The youngest be born into that shit. You start coming off the porch, like around 13 or 14, and wherever you from been beefing with place X for 15.
Right.
You don't even ask what it's for. You just born into that shit.
Right. See, I didn't get into it until like around that time, but I was off the porch early. I was just off the porch hustling early. I had a young mother, you know what I mean? My mom, I had a real young mom. And so my mom would move around a lot. And she would work these odd jobs and shit. You know what I mean? She never did anything degrading or anything. So I never witnessed my mom do anything degrading. But, living that kind of faster life or seeing things at that pace, I got into selling crack at 12. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what happens,
Word. I mean, but this your idea. So with the bandanas tied together, that's beyond symbolism. I'm curious, like, what how could there be conflict resolution to the point that there wasn't animosity between gangs?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Right there.
I don't know the answer to it because, like you said, it's some of them beats are so old, you know what I mean, and it's so deeply rooted, you know what I mean. And I can't tell another man what to do or how to feel about a situation, you know what I mean, especially when people are getting touched, you know what I mean.
Right.
Like when people are getting killed or losing their life, I don't really know I can't tell nobody how to react to that.
Yeah, nah, I feel you about that. You know,
yeah, so
I mean, to totally change gears though, because I ain't realized we was gonna go here, but you know, I was listening to, I mean, your Spotify is popping, you know, like Lord knows how many different places you'd have to go on the internet to find all your music, but I mean, you know, live mixtapes, that fifth. I'm sure you probably have some of MySpace, but what's up with that feelings hurt? That feelings hurt is that shit go. And to my knowledge, that's not the typical song or at least not what I'm used to hearing from you.
No, it's not. It's not the typical song you usually hear from me. I think that's what I'm gonna start showing a lot, even more like diversity with like that I can actually make those kind of records. I just don't be doing them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But salute to my homegirl Chromash. You know, she came into the studio. It was like 5, 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning. She come through. I'm tired as hell. She came through and did that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Salute to her. She came and killed that shit. So
who produced it?
Hollywood Cobain produced that.
Oh, okay.
To him.
Yeah,
that.
I should have known because I was about to say that mix is vicious.
Yeah, he sat there on the spot and did that beat. And actually my guy Fareed from over at Cash Money actually did the actual ending mix on that actual record. You know what I mean?
Shit, what he did. Shout out to him.
Yeah, salute to Fareed. Fareed's
and
that guy.
Hollywood Cobain, when's that song y'all? I heard y'all make come out, the gun, the I don't know what y'all gonna call it, but it sounded like Gun Church.
Oh yeah, I know that. We calling that shit King Kong vs Godzilla. It drops next month on the 4th.
Oh man, wait till y'all hear that. That shit is fire.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. That's just the sparking thing. That's how we just want to spark it all. It's gonna get crazy, man.
Sure. I see you got the gold Showoff Gang shirt on. You know, people's people loving them Showoff Gang shirts. For anybody listening to audio pod, it's a gorilla with a bandana. Very well drawn, like I would say like not a classical tattoo, but like a well done biker tattoo maybe.
Salute to Mommy Chaos on that too. He did that shit. Chaos is beast.
Man, he's a legend. I didn't even know he did shit other than them cartoon looking jumps.
Yeah, man, he does. He does a lot of my artwork. You know what I mean? It's usually him or G Rank, but he does majority of it though. Chaos.
Are you selling them Showoff Gang shirts?
Yeah, we sell them on showoffgang.com. We sell all of it, even the shirts you're wearing right now, showoffgang.com.
Okay, well yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that up. So
we even
go ahead.
Oh, so we even got some other crazy ass exclusives on showoffgang.com. I'm about to be putting some other crazy stuff on there soon, but we got some exclusives on there. That's crazy. And Chaos did everything.
Shit, that's what's up. Yeah, y'all should definitely check that out. What's how did Showoff Gang come to be?
Man, now that's a crazy story. Now, Showoff Gang actually started with me and New York MC, Archie Bang. We started Showoff Gang. And I used to have a record label I had called LOC Entertainment. And it was called Loyalty Over Cash. You know what I mean? But that's how when I first came in the game, I just had my own record label, LOC, and he had his own thing called Team Bang. And we really kind of got rid of a lot of our members on our team. And we were like, you know what, we're gonna form Team Bang and put LOC together. And we created Showoff Gang with it. You know what I mean? So it was like a PA New York connection. We were trying to recreate Rockefeller. You know how Rockefeller had Brooklyn and they had Philly, you know what I mean? we were kind of doing that with like Brooklyn and Pittsburgh, you know what I mean? And that's how we were doing that. Like we were taking over the whole East Coast region, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And honestly, it got I'm not gonna lie to you, it got bigger, it got too big at first. When we first created it, within the month, we were already trending on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like 1 month after we created it, we were trending on Twitter because that's how much of a following we both had together and connected. It was like, yo, we were like, yo, Showoff Gang. And then we had like the porn industry was like tweeting Showoff Gang. All these porn bitches was Showoff Gang, to the point where it trended on Twitter. And we were like, people were trying to buy shit off us. We didn't have a fucking logo yet for the damn company. We were like, we just started this shit.
How the porn stars hear about it?
We were just popping like that. Porn stars were following us on like Twitter and shit like that. They were fucking with the music already. So once we created a brand behind the music, they were just following it. You know what I mean? So it really just got too big, and we didn't really know how to handle it at that time. Like we literally had, there was a time where we had the entire Harlem wearing Showoff Gang shirts. The entire Harlem, like there's footage of it out there. Like you could go find this footage somewhere. Like the entire Harlem, like in the project, everybody, hundreds of people wearing Showoff Gang shirts. We didn't have a logo for it yet. These are shirts that said Showoff Gang. You know what I mean?
You ever met her?
What'd you say, bro?
You ever met her 6?
I never got to meet her 6. I wish I did though. I never got the meeting though. R.I.P. to him.
Got you. But you know, back to Showoff Gang. So then it stopped. So like, what made it pop off again?
What happened was, me and Archie didn't. We kind of like fell out business wise. You know what I mean? That's still my brother. That's always my brother. You know what I mean? We kind of like fell out business wise, but I kept the Showoff Gang thing rolling. He kind of went into film. He went and did Money and Violence. That show. He went and started doing Money and Violence. I kept the Showoff Gang thing going, but this time around I was with Glasses and Cash Money.
Right. Mm-hmm. That shit made much more of an impact. So when did you invite Stoner or ask Stoner to join?
Stoner was always with me, but he was like behind the scenes. He was always around, like, but he wasn't like, he was just around, you know, he was observing. He was around. He wasn't doing rapping or anything. He was just around, you know what I mean? Chilling, investing, you know, soaking the game up. You know what I mean? He was everywhere we went, Stoner was just with us, you know what I mean? So he was our white dude. He was like the white dude in the squad. We just like, yo, this is our white dude. You know what I mean? We knew he wasn't no punk. You know what I mean? And we knew, and I knew his resume because of, you know what I mean? Personally, I knew his resume. So
like Chappelle said, you know, if it's that white dude with a bunch of black dudes, man, you better watch out for him. You know, he done crazy shit to earn their respect.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. So we, you know, we got Stoner. You know, we always had Stoner around. So there was just a time where he eventually just came to me with a rap, and I was like, I looked over at him like, "You wrote that?" You know what I mean? I was like, "Yo, go on the booth and spit it." You know what I mean? So he kind of just came to me with it, with a rap. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting it. He wasn't telling me he was going to rap or anything. He was just low key figuring it out. You know what I mean? And I can respect that. You know what I mean? He was observing. He was playing his role, observing. You know what I mean? That's why he's in the position he's in now.
Yeah, that's hella respectable. That's way better than just jumping out there when you ain't ready, not knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? It takes strength to be patient. You know what I'm saying?
It does. You know, it really does have strength to be patient. And in this business, you gotta have a lot of patience.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I wonder, you know, speaking of impatience, I wonder, do you ever get impatient or maybe displeased would be the word? Like, you know, going refamiliarizing myself with your discography, and then, you know, in the streaming age, you put out a lot of new music that I wasn't hip to, because, you know, I still got JHaze CD, and
right.
You know, speaking of the one song, you're pretty versatile as an artist, and I don't want to say tough guy image, but you know what I'm getting at. Do you ever think your image gets in the way from people appreciating your artistry?
Yeah, that's why I've been more like switching it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Toning it down a lot, you know what I mean? Because I used to get that a lot, you know, like, so I be at certain industry parties and niggas be like, yo, Haze, man, you gotta stop mean mugging motherfuckers, man. I'm like, I'm not mean mugging. Yo, you mean mugging me right now? Like, what? And it was just natural, you know what I mean? I wasn't even trying to be like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I had to tone down a lot for real. You know what I mean? So
You think that might, the fact that they thought you was mean mugging when it was just your regular face might be a little bit because like them cats don't, a lot of them don't really be what they rapping about.
yeah, oh yeah, that's a lot of that. Because they know when they're around the dudes that are like that. You know what I mean?
But back in the day, I could almost understand a motherfucker doing that because that's really the only music that's sold. So if you wanted to make money, you had to play that character. But nowadays,
Right.
be yourself. Like I don't understand why people even do that shit. Like what's the point?
You can be yourself now. You
Yeah.
can talk about all types of weird ass shit and win. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
but we ain't gonna say no names, but remember I was talking about a sad rapper?
Yeah.
Like I don't even understand why that person even needs to like act hard. Like there's no need. You can be Drake, you can be J. Cole, you can be anything there in between, Lil Uzi Vert, all that type shit.
Exactly. You could be all that shit. You can. You really could be all that shit, you know? And I applaud them guys that could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too, bro. Like I remember y'all was laughing when I said I used to like Nick Cannon a lot just because he ain't never lied on no record.
Yeah, and when you said that, I was like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I thought that shit was admirable, bro. Because like you like yourself, you feel me? But I'm not so many people that was not like when I first started like it's true, never meet your heroes, man. When I first started like interviewing people and shit, I'll be like, damn, you only 5'1", and you just this crazy shit. Or like motherfuckers complaining about Eminems and shit like that. Not Eminem,
right.
but like the Eminems on their rider and their dressing room and shit.
Right. Yeah, I know. It's such correct. I had to check so many rappers that I thought were gangsters, you know what I mean? And I realized like these niggas ain't that like that. And it's like this kind of broke my heart for real inside, you know what I mean? Like I was like, damn, nigga, like listen to your records, man. Like, man, it's fucked up.
T.I. a real one though, right?
I like T.I., you know what I mean? I fuck with T.I. He's real. I
brought that up. I see you put that post up on Instagram. You was recording at his studio.
Yup, in his crib in Calabasas. Shout out to my guy, Five Mics and them. You know what I mean? There was, we was up there recording, jamming. We had a lot of jam sessions up there for real. We was getting it in for real.
Oh yeah, where's that music at?
I've been sitting on it, man. You know what? I got like 2 albums recorded. I'm sitting on. You know what I mean? Probably 3 for real. If I want to be technical. You know, yeah. I'm working out things with the label right now, man. You know, like because I got like some of these records are just too hard. I'm like, man, I gotta do something with this and this, man. You know what I mean? So
right, you don't just want it to be like a throwaway jump.
Not exactly. So we're at the round table right now. That's what's taking long for these albums right now because I got the covers done, I got the track list done for real. The 2 of them at least. You know what I mean? So I think one is already mixed and master. The other one is like 90% mixed and master. You know what I mean? So.
Gotcha.
So and
what's the song? Do you know that much?
I'm the player right now, but I'll give you the album, the name of the album. The album's gonna be called You're Welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Shit, that's what's up.
Yup. Because that's what I feel like I'm giving niggas. I feel like I'm giving niggas a great piece of work. You know what I mean? Where you gonna fight? All right. Thanks, Haze. Thanks for contributing this in hip hop.
You really be looking at the album as a whole WAP, huh?
Yeah.
Like every aspect of it.
For sure.
You still care about like sequencing and all that shit, like what order the songs come in? Because you know with the playlist.
Sure. For sure, I have skits on this album.
Okay.
So you know, I really care about that shit. I really care about the sequence, how it flows. I want it to feel good. I want you to be able to play it all the way through. You know what I mean? No skips.
I can shit that. I can
Yeah,
definitely
man.
do that concept. I wish everybody's shit was like that. You know, before
Man,
you
me
get
too.
out. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I just said me too, bro. I agree.
Yeah. But before we get out of here, like, let me ask you something a little lighthearted. What would you do, or has it ever happened? Have you ever paid for a feature or a verse and you didn't like the result, or what would you do? Like if you got a verse from somebody and you ain't like that shit, and if they tried hard too.
If the verse was garbage,
if you thought it was, you know, yeah.
Man, I paid for a verse and it was garbage. I might have to tell them to do it again, bro. Because, you know, if I don't like it, yo, and I paid for it, I gotta get what I paid for. I gotta like what I paid for, bro. You know what I mean? Now, if you just did off the strength in this garbage, then I'll just be like, I'll just take that L. I'll be like, all right, whatever. I ain't paid for this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You've been on a lot of posse cuts. Have you ever heard of Joan? You know, and you probably don't even hear how it's gonna be until it comes out. Have you ever heard of Joan? Been like, damn, that shit, like you know, somebody else on there been like, man, that shit was terrible. I wish I wasn't even associated with that.
Oh, be on records and somebody wax on it.
Yeah,
it happens. It happens. The thing is, yo, I realize in this game, bro, you can't be happy with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, bro. I can't, man. Everybody's not gonna be as real as me. You know what I mean? My niggas tell me that shit all the time. Yo, hey, everybody's gonna be as everybody can't be as real as you. And that's just the truth in life. Everybody just can't be as real as you or be just authentic and all that shit, bro. So I learned how to let a lot of that shit go. You know what I mean? When it came to this business, because I see a lot of shit is not authentic. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, all right, you know, as long as you're not a rat or something, like you snitched on niggas, you're not 6ix9ine or something, whatever, bro. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these soft niggas is rapping gangster shit and they're garbage. A lot of these niggas was garbage for real. Let's keep it a buck. There's a few nice niggas and a lot of new nice niggas that are coming out, but a lot of these niggas are whack. You know what I mean? So I can't be mad on being whack. You know what I mean? These niggas, they look up the whack niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, strong D.
Yeah, look up the garbage. You're gonna be garbage. You know?
Yes,
These niggas ain't studying Hove. They're not studying how 50 was making those hooks. They're not studying none of this shit, bro. They're not studying
Rakim, Fuji rap, all that type shit.
I don't know nothing. They're not studying nothing. They're not studying Biggie. They're not studying Pac. They're not studying anything. Big L. They're not studying nothing.
You know, every person you name, they were studying mad shit. They were studying kung fu movies. You know, or all that Superfly Shaft shit. You know, mad different R&B. I mean, shit, the musicals, like the motherfuckers that was producing back then is just insane.
I'll tell you this, yo. I learned a lot from Glasses because Glasses taught me about music, you know what I mean? And learning music, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the time where Glasses was trying to learn music, I was around, you know what I mean? And when he was learning, I was learning it with him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was teaching me, like, yo, no, music is like this, and music's cultural, and music is da 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 da, and you know, and the patterns of music, and how even the greats, even like in R&B, like Michael Jackson studied a lot of niggas, yo. Michael Jackson took a lot of niggas shit, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of these niggas did. Like, you know?
Man, so, everybody great stand on the shoulders of those who came before him, right?
Yes. You have to study the greats, bro. You know.
Man, I totally agree. That's the perfect thing to end it on. Showoffgang.com. And where can they find you on social media, bro?
The real JHaze, with an A, but all you gotta do is type in J-Haze. You will find me. I'm very Googleable. I'm very defined. Like, I got blue checks on everything. You know what I mean? Don't be confused. I got the blue check. So, you know, all that shit, bro. Appreciate you, my dude.
No doubt, man. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to talking to you again down the road.
Definitely, my guy.
All right, man. Well, shit, if you need anything, let me know.
Already, my dude.
All right, man. You take it light.
Yep, Showoff.
Showoff Gang. Peace.
The Superfacts Network, home of Gen Pop, SDE, and the Superfacts Show, now available on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. Come check out St. Laz, G from the Shop, and Mark Waldo Ward.